What's going on, guys? It's Groove, back with another one from Gradually Then Suddenly by Lewis Parker. Now, if you didn't watch the first video, this is a compilation of different essays that were wrote, and most of them are from like 2019. In this essay, it goes over the blockchain. Now, a lot of people out there don't understand the blockchain, or they will sit there and say that, Bitcoin isn't important. The important thing that came out of cryptocurrency is the blockchain. That's the important thing. And so this essay we're going to go over dispels that myth. Trying to separate Bitcoin from the blockchain is like trying to separate, the body of an airplane from the wings. They go together. And even though other cryptocurrencies, they all use the blockchain, the only one that matters is Bitcoin. So why Bitcoin and why the blockchain, and why those two go hand in hand, and why the blockchain is kind of useless for everything else? And that's because Bitcoin came to fix this current monetary system that we live under. Every transaction that we have today with the current monetary system, it requires a third party. And this is what the blockchain eliminates. So the blockchain is only good for money. It eliminates a third party, so you don't have to trust anybody else. It does all the recording on that ledger for money. It's kind of useless for anything else. That's all it is. It just writes the transaction, and it shows that money is being sent from one person to the next. That is the entire point of the blockchain. Now, some people may wonder, like, okay, whatever, like, who really cares? Like, is it really that big of a deal? But then the more down this Bitcoin rabbit hole you go, the more you see the current financial system and the problems that it has. Like, the money in your bank is not yours. And, I remember I tried to deposit a check into the bank one time, and the lady was like poking and prodding me. She was like, where did this check come from? What is this for? Like, what did you do to get it? And you really realize, like, wait, hold up. Like, this woman is preventing me from getting money. She's preventing me from putting money into my bank account. Like, there's so many different layers and third parties that you have to go through in order to access your money, and it shouldn't be like that. And then not only that, if you're trying to send money from one bank to the next, they're going to wonder, hey, who are you sending this money to? What bank is this? Why are you trying to send money to Russia or Mexico? We're not allowing this. When you're using money to transact, it shouldn't have to be like that. We shouldn't need third parties. If you want to send money to somebody, you should just be able to do so. And again, this is what Bitcoin and the blockchain solves. Another thing that I've been seeing lately too is I watched a few podcasts, again, completely dismissing Bitcoin and only talking about the blockchain. And they're like, man, this technology is so great because we can keep a digital ledger of things in the physical world. If you buy a piece of real estate, now we can have that you own this on the blockchain, and they're all getting excited about it. Again, the blockchain only works for money. It doesn't work for anything else because, okay, let's just say you buy a house and you put that you're the owner on the blockchain. Well, if you stop paying your mortgage, they can come physically remove you from the house. Or if you own a bunch of real estate, just because you own that real estate on the blockchain doesn't mean that a squatter is not going to sit in your house if you don't have renters in there. The blockchain only works with money. It doesn't work with anything else, because having the blockchain and Bitcoin together as money, not only does it show that you own that money, it enforces it. Nobody else can take that money from you. The blockchain shows, hey, this person has X amount of Bitcoin and nobody can take it from you. The blockchain only works with money, and Bitcoin is the only money cryptocurrency. That is, every other cryptocurrency, they all talk about some utility and how they're using the blockchain in this way. The blockchain is only good for money, and Bitcoin is money. And this is why every other cryptocurrency who's on a blockchain or is using a blockchain is kind of useless or pointless. Like, a lot of them say that they're not competing with Bitcoin, but every cryptocurrency is competing with Bitcoin. The only point of cryptocurrency is to be competing as a money. And so when they're saying, oh, we're not competing with Bitcoin, we do smart contracts or we do this, like, the only point of cryptocurrencies is to be a money. And so they are all competing with Bitcoin. And again, nobody's buying Solana coins or XRP to buy the utility of these things. They're using them for money. They're using them as vehicles to get more dollars later on. So they are all competing for money. Bitcoin is currently winning, and it is the only one that matters because Bitcoin is the only one saying, hey, I am money. I'm not a utility. I am money. And that's the only one that you need. And this is another thing that makes Bitcoin very valuable, is this blockchain. Like, a lot of people will say, Bitcoin has no value. This blockchain is a part of Bitcoin's value because this system is a self-contained system. Hey, I can have Bitcoin and I can send somebody else Bitcoin, and it can be verified on the blockchain that it gets sent between two people. And that is valuable within itself. There is no trusted third party. The system does it all on its own. The more valuable Bitcoin becomes, the more security goes up. And then once the more security goes up, the more reliable the network becomes. And then the more reliable the network becomes, the more people use it. And then it just loops back again. It just continuously makes it more valuable, which brings more security, which brings more reliability, which brings more people. And the beautiful part about this is it's doing this all while becoming decentralized. The more decentralized it becomes, the stronger it becomes. Now, what does that mean? That means that it's not controlled by one person. It's not controlled by one company. It's controlled by the people who run nodes all around the world. We're all using this network, and it's a trustless network, so we don't have to trust each other, but it's trusted at the same time. And so everybody all around the world is constantly keeping everybody else in check. Bitcoin and the blockchain are interdependent. It's a symbiotic relationship, and it only works with money. Again, you see all these people that are doing all these rug pulls and creating these new coins, talking about what they can do with the blockchain. It only works with money. It's only meant to go with money. And that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys got a little bit more of an understanding about the blockchain and why it goes together hand in hand with Bitcoin, and why it's kind of useless with any other cryptocurrency or with anything in the physical realm. So yeah, that's it for this one. Go ahead and hit a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.